That's what I would keep saying about the. Everybody said, well, the Dilophosaur in the original was too small. I said, well, how old is that? Do you know how old it is? This is a young Dilophosaur. Come on.
Velociraptor.
What's going on, guys? Hope you're all doing well. Now for today's video, since Jurassic Park Survival is going to be coming out eventually and it picks up one day after the events of Jurassic Park, I wanted to dive into a theory and actually expand upon one of the creatures in the first movie, one of those popular creatures, a little theory that people have been kicking around for years. So in Jurassic Park, when John Hammond's tour first kicks off, we're introduced to the first dinosaur that was supposed to be seen by park guests, Dilophosaurus. We don't actually see the dinosaur at this time in the movie, and it was kind of a big letdown for everyone involved in the tour, but what we do get is a little hint at what kind of creature it will be when we do finally see it. Richard Kiley tells us that we now know that the Dilophosaurus is dangerous because it spits venom at its prey, similar to something like a cobra, but when we finally see the animal in Jurassic Park, it's curiously very small and only a fraction of the size of the animal listed in the fossil record and described in Michael Crichton's Jurassic Park book. So is this really how big Dilophosaurs get in Jurassic Park? Is this their max size? Well, hold on to your butts, because the first tease we actually get of the animal in the 1993 movie may just say something very different.
Causing blindness and eventually paralysis, allowing the carnivore to...
So look, the first time we pass through the Dilophosaurus paddock, we don't hear the kind of hooting and chirping noises that we all associate with the animal today. We don't get any real sense of that kind of small sound coming from whatever it is that's inside of the Dilophosaurus paddock. Instead, we're greeted with something that sounds extremely different, and look, it's something that I think is actually alluded to in a lot of other Jurassic Park material. When Ellie Allen and everyone else turn to see the Dilophosaurus at the beginning of Jurassic Park, look guys, listen closely to the kind of noise that's coming out of the Dilophosaurus paddock as they pass by it in the first Jurassic Park. So look, when it comes to how they contained all of these creatures in the park, I don't think Robert Muldoon would put anything in that environment, anything in the Dilo paddock that wasn't supposed to be there. We know that the dinosaurs spit venom at their prey, probably they spit it at the goats or cows that would be fed to them while the park was running, so for something that could sound that big and kind of unbothered in the paddock leads me to personally believe that we may have been teased with hearing a full-grown adult Dilophosaurus way back in 1993. In fact, after being criticized about the size of the Dilophosaurus in Jurassic Park, Stan Winston even gave a response by saying something like, well, how do they even know it was full-grown? Like, why can't we make one this size? Like, nobody said it was an adult. You know, he's basically saying it's kind of a bad critique to make on the movie Jurassic Park. And let me tell you straight up, if you think Stan and the team behind that movie, or really the Lost World of Jurassic Park 3 in general, if you think that they would be opposed to making a bigger Dilophosaurus for a movie, dude, you're nuts. But anyways. If we go to the Lost World Jurassic Park, or even Jurassic Park the Game by Telltale in 2011, very underrated in my opinion, by the way, there are even charts and teasers that state that the dinosaurs, these Dilophosaurs actually get way bigger than what we've seen in the movies. You can see there's like a size chart for the Dilos inside of the RVs that go over the cliff in the Lost World, and even in this little promotional material for Jurassic Park the Game. In fact, in the canceled Jurassic World Regenesis story that was supposed to be pitched as a follow-up to Jurassic Park. This was like right after when Jurassic World came out. The Dilophosaurus is shown to have gotten massive in this concept art. It's huge. Now, of course, in Jurassic World Dominion, we only see little ones, and I'd wager that the people making that movie didn't want to do anything that wasn't shown in the first movie, so they probably were opposed to making a big one. But when it comes to what's on screen in the first Jurassic Park and what's available in material made around the films, everybody knows like Dilophosaurus is small in Jurassic Park, so that's probably why in Dominion they only went for like small animals. It's very possible that at the very least, look guys, the intention at the time in 1993 was that the animal we see in the first film may not be a fully grown adult. In fact, Dennis Nedry even kind of makes a statement that you could use as evidence if you wanted to for this theory in particular.
Thought you were one of your big brothers. You're not so bad. You're not so bad.
At the end of the day, we've never seen a Jurassic Park Dilophosaurus get bigger than what has been shown in the media that's come out after the first movie, but that doesn't change the fact that at the time, they are teasing something way different from what we saw in Dennis Nedry's death scene. If you actually listen to the sounds that are coming out of that paddock, they sound very different from any other type of animal in the park, and I would argue that they may very well have been doing it to add this little like ominous ambiance, kind of like in the Lost World Jurassic Park when you listen to the sounds that are in the Tyrannosaur nest. We don't know what kind of creatures are making that noise, but we know that there's something we've never heard before. So how big does the Jurassic Park Dilophosaurus actually get? Unless that noise is from something like a Metriacanthosaurus or Herrerasaurus or something, my gut is telling me that it could very well have been a full-grown Dilo. We've just never seen one before, and I'm sure that the people working on Jurassic Park sequels, that probably went completely over their head, and they didn't dig as deep as like some other fans would have. Now, canonically, yeah, I'm sure if you ask somebody at Universal, they'd say Dilophosaurus doesn't get very big. If you go by something like a ride or, you know, other material, they'd probably tell you, no, it's small, it's inaccurate to the fossil record. But look, man, they may have been teasing a really bigger one back in the day, and there is material that supports the theory that the Dilophosaurus might just be way bigger than what's shown in Jurassic Park. Either way, the jury's still kind of out on its overall size. So personally, I think Jurassic Park was teasing a bigger animal that we never got to see because of all of the other material I've talked about in this video. But look, even the people that were responsible for all that, they're probably like, yeah, whatever, who cares? Anyways, guys, these are all just my own thoughts and opinions when it comes to the size of the Dilophosaurus in Jurassic Park. I'd love to hear what all of you guys have to say about it. Do you think that it will never be changed, that the dinosaurs will always be the small animals that we saw in the first movie? And look, if that's true, what kind of creature do you think was responsible for making the noise when they passed the Dilo paddock in Jurassic Park? Like, what do you think that was? I just think it's a full-grown adult. Anyways, guys, whatever your own thoughts and opinions happen to be, let me know all about them in the comments down below. Now, before I go, I want to thank everyone that's helped me build my channel over the years. I'd also like to thank every one of you guys who've watched my stuff. You've all been extremely cool to me. If you enjoyed the video, I'd appreciate a like and hope that you'll consider subscribing. God bless you all. Christ is King. See you guys in the next video, and as always, take it easy.